And we're back.
Okay, we're on.
Last recording of the day for the rest of my day starts at least.
Yeah.
God.
So get your game on.
Yeah, pretty much. That's really the only thing we can talk about right now.
Did you play any other games?
Well, I was just kind of there. Like, obviously, I have a hard time pulling all-nighters in of itself, just primarily because I can't.
Yeah, I can't.
I've tried before. Like, the latest I've got was 6, but I passed out right after that, so I don't consider that. I feel like an all-nighter is like you have to like be able to stay up and then keep going.
I couldn't say like the longest I ever played a game was 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. and like I was playing Spider-Man, but like that's the longest I ever played a game. Like I can't go through that long.
How long have you? Actually, no. There was one time I did. Wait, no, not really. When Pokemon Sword came out, I played for 8 hours straight throughout the night because it came out at midnight. And I just played it for 8 hours straight. So from 12 a.m. to 8 a.m., that's what I was doing. Because I lost track of time. And that's really the only time I've ever pulled an all-nighter. Not for classes, not for this. It was only that. You know, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I've tired you out.
No.
I mean, I'm already tired in myself because
I'm tired. I'm tired because of the weekend.
Honestly, like I personally just I have a lot of work I need. Well, not really a lot of work. I just have one assignment, but it's due at 6:30, and I'm meeting with my friend at 5 in order to finish it and get done with everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll be fine. It's just like
But wait, so it's getting me. While I was there, I was also working out on my Film Fest.
Oh right.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I downloaded a new camera add-on, and I put the camera in Gmod. It would look more cinematic, like the way the camera moves.
Yeah, it's like there's a very fine line to that stuff because either you know what you're doing or you don't at all, and that's a fine line in of itself. I'm not really that like knowledgeable about like animation and that type of stuff, but it's really interesting.
I'm right now having like a tough time like trying to port my 3D model of myself into Gmod. Like I have to like I don't.
Gmod's an old game too. Like
the thing is, I thought I put the file in Gmod, but no, I have to put the file in Blender, do some animation with the bone structure, and then import the export to something else, and export to something else, and then I can export to Gmod. But I'm having a really tough time. I'm like,
it's obviously going to take a while. Personally, I would never be able to do that because it's just like
And the program like I used to use export is called Mixamo, and Mixamo you used to have an option where you export your 3D model into Gary's mod, but now that's no longer an option.
How old is Gary's mod, anyways?
When was Half-Life made?
A long time ago.
Yeah,
I think
a few years after Half-Life 2.
Yeah,
I think Gmod was.
It was like mid 2000s, I want to say.
Yeah, I think Gmod was kind of inspired by Half-Life.
I mean, obviously, or it's by the same people or whatever. Keep in mind, Half-Life in itself, they're never gonna make a third one, ever.
Okay, I made joke in the AI Club. Can you imagine if Valve already made Half-Life 3, but it's on a USB?
No,
drive?
They definitely haven't.
No.
I think they've started it, but it's like too much things have like boggled them down to the point where it's just a lost cause.
No, wait. Here's the joke I made. Can you imagine if they already have finished the game, they put it on a drive SD, they put it on a flash drive or something? Imagine if they misplaced it or like. Like okay, well don't worry, we'll find it. We'll just keep saying, oh yeah, it's coming.
Here's my problem with that. Funny, absolutely. Reasonable, never.
Like can you imagine like if
you cannot keep everything on the flash drive. A lot of companies in itself have like multiple like backlogs and backsteps to prevent anything like that from happening. So let's say you lose one copy, fair enough. You have 5 more.
Imagine,
or 10.
imagine if they made a game, but they lost the file. And imagine they're just looking for it.
I don't think that's the case.
Someone in boardroom was like, "Okay, guys, we're gonna do idea. We'll make a Half-Life VR game. That's a prequel to keep players distracted."
Like I said, I don't think it's coming out anytime soon.
Yeah.
Anytime soon. No matter how much people want it, it's not going to happen.
Wait, how long do you think it's going to take for Smash 6?
A long time.
A long
They're not going to make another one for a while
Uh,
because there's something called oversaturation of the market.
Yeah.
Which you should know is a thing, and that's why a lot of people get angry at a lot of things for posting too much stuff at the same time.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Which is why you need time in order to make good. This is what Zelda does right, in my personal opinion. The Legend of Zelda does right.
Oh yeah,
in a lot of regards because they take
Wild wasn't works for years.
5 years.
Yeah, and
Skyward Sword was in the work for 5 years. Twilight Princess was in the work,
and that was before
the
Switch was even out.
No, obviously. But the port of the Switch was a lot better than intended because they can revamp it because they had so much time in order to do it. What Zelda does right is that they take time in order to make sure that their products are as good as they could be. And they listen to the fans. They actually listen to make sure everything's good.
Yeah.
They can announce projects now, absolutely. Doesn't mean it's going to come out in the next 2 years because everyone knows they'll take time. And the games are always going to be good because that's what Zelda does best. Zelda, in my personal opinion, is literally the king of literally time management in that case. Skyward Sword took 5 years, critical acclaim. Breath of the Wild, one of the greatest games of all time. Ocarina of Time took a lot of time to make it, critical acclaim. Twilight Princess, critical acclaim. We can go on and on and on about this as well. But even when it comes to movies and that stuff, even if it's like a series or whatnot, you need time between movies.
Yeah.
You know, and make sure that you're writing a good script, you're casting the right people, you get the right director, you make changes to this type of stuff.
Yeah.
So your product is as good as it can be. I understand companies want money.
Yeah.
But if your product is good, you'll still make more money than if you put out a bad product. My personal hot take.
Yeah, like I'm still like a movie like I because since it's also a different class, like I have to work on the script and like also and try to figure out the scenes, like the anime. I'm combining like live action, cartoon, like and Gmod animation. So this time it would like flow.
Yeah, and keep in mind, it's just like you need a good. It's like there's a lot of parts of a movie that need to work well together in order for it to work. For me, the single most important thing is that you need a good script.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who you cast. It doesn't matter if you have a good director, if you have good saying. You do not have a good script.
Yeah.
You do not have good lines. You do not have good pacing. Your movie will never be good.
Yeah.
You can have literally A-list actors, a Oscar-winning director.
Thank you.
And the best literally team of like graphic designers and setting allowed. Your script's bad.
Yeah.
No one's gonna care.
Yeah.
And that's the fault of the Rise of Skywalker.
Yes. So, don't you know that my script? I have to mention you. I have to put you guys.
I know. Yeah. Is it what is your script on exactly?
My movie.
Just all that stuff. Just
yeah.
You have to make sure there's like because there's a lot of stuff that's about like.
I'd put like the character. I'd put like who's playing who.
Yeah, so it's like it's that type of stuff. So
yeah.
Whatever.
But my script is not bad. My teacher told we had to do like an work in class assignment. My teacher told me that this is written well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. Honestly, it's just. Yeah.
Like one more times we had to do a character bio for our main protagonist, and for me, I just had to describe myself in 3 pages.
No, but being like that is hard. It's really hard to introduce yourself. Like just in person, because a lot of people, some people who are narcissists, they can love talking about themselves 24/7. I know those people. Yeah. It's just personally for me because I'm more of an introvert. It's harder because like you want to be humble and that stuff, and sometimes you have a hard time because it's like, dude, I feel like the hardest interview question that you can ask someone is like describe yourself. because there's a fine line between sounding very robotic and not being able to think of what to say.
Yeah. So also during game on since there's like a time limit, I'm making it like a comic book style. So like I use a comic book background with that's comic book pages. I'm putting like some videos and pictures. I shrink them to make it look like it's on a comic book page.
Huh.
So I already have some scenes finished.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So I work on that. Then I just have to get some work on the material for some of the fight scenes, and then I'm good to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, honestly, like my editing has gotten a lot better.
I mean,
Like-
no, obviously.
Like compared to my first film fest movie, I was like, I'm thinking, what the hell? What the hell? What was I thinking with this?
Obviously, sometimes it's with experience. Keep in mind, because you can think you're like really good at one point, and then like you look
Yeah.
back and then it's just awful.
And so like since I have Final Cut, my editing has gotten a lot better.
No, obviously, and just that's the stuff
Like-
you learn,
like-
especially here and with
Yeah.
classes and whatnot. That stuff will obviously improve over time.
Like I shown you the first part of my film fest movie, and you're like you're surprised.
I mean, I was kind of surprised because it was actually kind of good.
Yes. Like,
Because like
Yeah.
a lot of those things, it's just sometimes when people like create that type of stuff, it's like a bunch of clips just kind of moved into one without any sense of like exactly what it is.
that was basically what's going on my first film fest movie, but in this one I'm putting captions in like for a story because I can't ask you guys, hey, you can record dialogue. I don't think.
I would say no.
Yeah.
Until I'm like comfortable with that type of stuff, it will always be no.
I feel like so like I'm putting in like
So it's like you need to have like captions or
Yeah.
subtitles or something like that in order to make sure everything's
I'm
fine.
putting subtitles in like to explain the story, and also I'm using footage from other sources that has
Make sure you credit these sources.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah. and the music as well.
So, whatever. I actually have to work on my thing. So do you think we can end this early?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm Anthony.
And I'm Brandon, and I'm cutting this off before we get the chance in order to say goodbye. Bye-bye. I'm sorry, I need to